Have you ever looked at someone's life and thought, they have everything, why can't my life be like that? This is the story of Riley and the truth she learned about happiness. Riley was doing okay by most standards. She had a job, a roof over her head, and people who cared about her. But every night as she scrolled through her phone, a familiar ache settled in her chest. She followed Claire, a woman whose life looked perfect. Perfect smile, perfect apartment, perfect vacations, perfect relationship. Claire's life looked like happiness packaged and delivered. Riley compared everything. When Claire posted a smiling photo, Riley felt inadequate. When Claire traveled, Riley felt stuck. When Claire celebrated milestones, Riley felt behind. Riley started believing a quiet lie. If my life looked like hers, I'd finally be happy. One afternoon, Riley ran into Claire at a cafe. It was the first time they'd spoken in years. Claire looked just as polished in real life, well-dressed, glowing, confident. They talked casually at first, jobs, life, small laughs. Then Claire said something she'd never planned to say. "You always seem so happy." Claire paused, just for a second. Then she smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Do I?" she asked softly. That moment cracked something open. Claire hesitated, then said, "You know, I used to think happiness was about looking okay, about pretending everything was fine." Riley listened closely. Claire explained how her relationship was falling apart, how she felt lonely in her own apartment, how anxiety kept her awake most nights, how the smiles online were easier than explaining the truth. "I post the good moments," Claire said, "because I don't know how to post the pain." Riley felt stunned. The life she envied wasn't the life she imagined. They sat in silence for a while. Then Claire said something Riley would never forget. "Happiness isn't about how your life looks. It's about how your heart feels when no one is watching." That night, Riley went home and looked at her own life differently. She noticed the small things she'd been ignoring, the quiet peace of her evenings, the laughter she shared with friends, the freedom to be honest about her struggles. Her life wasn't perfect, but it was real. And for the first time in a long time, Riley stopped comparing. She unfollowed accounts that made her feel small. She stopped chasing someone else's version of joy. She started asking herself a new question. What actually brings me peace? Slowly, Riley learned the truth. Happiness isn't loud. It isn't shiny. It doesn't always photograph well. Sometimes happiness is simply feeling okay with where you are while you're still becoming. What you see is never the full story. Behind every perfect picture is a human being fighting silent battles. Don't envy appearances. Don't measure your life against highlights. True happiness lives quietly, inside peace, self-acceptance, and honesty. Stop chasing the illusion. Stop comparing your reality to someone else's display. The happiest life isn't the one that looks perfect. It's the one that feels peaceful. And peace is priceless.